Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm Srinivasan from Image Graphics, and welcome to the Primavera webinar series. The topic for today's webinar is effective resource management using P6. Okay, so before we begin, these are things which will be done from our side. So line will be muted to reduce background noise since we are recording this. And if you have a question, you can either use the questions area or you can raise your hand. Right. So we'll have the question answer session at the end of the webinar. Okay. And a link to the recorded session will be emailed to all the registrants. All the people who have registered, you'll be receiving a link of the recorded session. Okay. So this is about our company Image Graphics. Image Graphics Software Solutions Company, founded in 1996. Head office is in Dubai. And group companies: Image Graphics Software Solutions Private Limited India, Engineering Services Private Limited India, Image Graphics Enterprise Solutions Private Limited India. Offices we have in UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Then in India we have Chennai, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Calcutta, Delhi, Pune, Baroda. Before we get into the today's topic, we'll just have an overview about Primavera P6 EPPM. So Primavera P6 EPPM, as the name suggests, it's an enterprise project portfolio management solution which has different modules and functionalities to cater to the entire project management hierarchy, right? It's user based and you have modules accessible for each and every level in the project management hierarchy, right from the top management till the site engineer who is involved in the execution of the activities. You have modules which can help you in using the software effectively. Okay, Oracle Primavera P6 EPPM unites the project teams and stakeholders through collaboration and strong feedback methods, reduce the risk of cost and schedule overruns, optimize management of all resources for maximum return on investment, monitor and visualize project performance versus plan, flexible user interface, streamlined enterprise reporting, team member interfaces for gathering status updates, resource management and optimization views. Okay, getting into the resource management process. We start with the resource definition. Then once the resource is defined, we go to the next step of assigning those resources to the activities. And after we have assigned the resources, then the next step will be for optimizing the resource both within the project and across the projects. Then in case you have over allocation, then you can use the resource leveling to spread the work. Then analyze the resource utilization at the project level and across the enterprise. then resource monitoring and control. Okay. Coming to the resource and resource definition part, right? You can have all the three M's defined in your resource and role dictionary. You have a separate place for that. All the three M's: man, material, and machinery. All the three M's can be defined. When I mean defined, you can give the details about that, personal information about that resource, define the codes, what are the units and rates, prices for that resource, everything can be defined. After you have defined, the next step what we do is go into the assignment of resource at the activity level. For that, you go into the project level activities, then select an activity. You have something called assign here, right? There is a button for that. Click on that assign. You can select from the list of resources defined and use that in your activities. Okay. You also have an option for requesting a resource based on roles. What are the primary role that is required in your project activities, that you can decide, and then you can use it, right? Coming to the analysis part within a project, how the resources are getting utilized. For that, there is a tab called team usage. You can get into that area and analyze how the resources are getting utilized within the project. You can see that unit level, allocated, unallocated, under, over allocated, all those options are there. You can have a go through of that and then decide what do you want to do with that resource, whether that resource has been utilized fully or not, right? Let's say you have a resource which is over allocated, then you have an option for leveling the resource, right? You can select the project options, which options are to be selected. In case you want to select resources and do the leveling, that is also possible, right? So you can select the resource and then do the resource leveling. After this, after doing the resource leveling also, the next thing is you have a resource assignment view, wherein you'll be able to see how the resources are getting utilized across the projects, not just for one project, but for different projects across the enterprise. You will be able to see that. This is an analysis view of the resources, and you can group it based on the projects, right? Let's say you have a shared resource which is getting utilized across the projects, all the projects in the enterprise. In that scenario, what you can do is get into this analysis page, wherein you'll be able to see how the resources are getting utilized across the projects, right? we have an option for analyzing the resource utilization at a project level, and this screen is specifically for the enterprise view. What I mean by enterprise view is you can analyze the resource utilization across the enterprise, not just for one project, for multiple projects, how the resource utilization is. That you can be able to see here in your resource analysis view. And you can group based on projects, and you can see how the resources are getting utilized across the projects, how they are utilized, everything you'll be able to see here. Okay, this is another good option which is available in case you have created portfolios based on the departments within your organization, and the resources are attached to a specific department or business group. Then you can analyze how that resource is getting utilized across the projects within a specific portfolio, right? You can select the portfolio and then do it. I can group it based on projects. I can view for a specific resource. That is also possible, right? Coming to the next part, what we have done till now, let's summarize, then we'll move to the next step. So we have defined the resources, then assigned them at the activity level, then we have analyzed at the project level, then we have also analyzed at the enterprise level, portfolio level, right? So we have done the analysis part, we have made the changes whatever we want to make on the utilization of that resource, and then we have started executing the work, right? After we start executing the work, that is where we bring into the monitoring and control part, wherein we'll have to enter the updates, right? So there are different methods by which you get the updates, either from your team member app, wherein they enter what is the resource utilization, everything, or you can directly get into the EPPM module and start updating the updates, project activities, right? Resource utilization can be updated at this level also, right? So we do this resource utilization part, we update it, then get back to the analysis part once again, see how it is utilized against the actuals, sorry, against the budgeted, how much is the actuals, are we going as per plan or not, do we need more resources, all those questions you'll be able to answer it or find answers here when you go into the analysis part, right? This you can do it at the project level or the enterprise level or even at the portfolio level, right? So this cycle of defining the resources, then assigning the resource at the activity level, then analysis, then execution, updates, then monitoring and control, right? So this goes on, and in between, how to organize your resource on different options, all those things are also available for you, right? Okay, as a company, Image Graphics Software Services, these are the services which we offer. Implementation services, integration services, managed services, professional services, and training services. Implementation services is like we offer implementation on both the technical as well as functional implementation on Primavera P6 EPPM. Then integration services is where you can connect your enterprise software like Primavera with any of your other enterprise applications like SAP or Oracle EBIS, any other software that can be integrated. Managed services, this is your annual support contract wherein we help you in using the application effectively, both technically as well as functionally. Then coming to the professional services, we have a long-term association with you in ensuring the application is used effectively. Either we provide manpower to you and do it, or we provide remote services like AMC support. That is also possible. Training on Primavera and other products, that is also being done. Okay, now we'll have a look at the application and how we do that. So I'm just opening the application now. So this is the application Primavera P6 EPPM. So you have dashboards. This is a sample dashboard. You can see other dashboards also. There are many dashboards which are listed here, right? There is a good graphical dashboard which will help you in viewing the status of the projects or any parameter you want, that you can view it using the standard dashboards, right? In case you want to add your own dashboard, that is also possible. Then you have portfolios. You can do your portfolio analysis here. You can select which portfolio you want to use it, then you can do it accordingly. Then coming to the projects, this is an area where you let me wait for the screen to appear for you. Yeah, this is an area where you can see the projects which are there in your organization. And currently I have opened a project which is your, this is the project name. These are the different WBS, and within that I had the activities, right? Okay, coming to our main area, which is the resource management, effective resource management in P6. I'm selecting a activity here, and in the bottom tab you can see assignments. Select that assignment. You can see here a resource has been assigned, and I also have a button here. Click on that. I can assign a resource, I can assign a role, or go for a resource request, right? I can do any of these things using this button. The advantage with Primavera P6 EPPM is you can do a complete role-based planning. Okay, let me give a scenario. You have a project which is happening after 6 months, but you want to do the planning now. You don't know which resource is going to work on the project, but you have the roles which will be involved in the project. Like, let's say I have an electrical engineer who has to work on the project. Then I create a role called electrical engineer and start using them, right? Let me show you the place where I do the roles and resource creation first. Then we'll come back to this after that. Go to the resource tab. You have administration here, and in that you can have all your resources defined, right? You can see here, go to general, you can see here general details about that resource and what type of resource it is, labor, non-labor or material, right? Then coming to the codes, in case you want to associate any resource codes or labels, I would say that what we are talking about is a label which you want to attach to a resource, that you can do it using the resource codes. Going into the units and prices, you can define from which date what is the rate for that resource, what is the availability, everything you can define it here. After I have defined the resource, go to the projects, activities, select an activity, go to assignments, you can start assigning the resource or a role, right? Okay, after I have done this part, then go to the team usage. This is an area where I'll be able to see the utilization of that resource in that specific project, right? For this to happen, you will have to publish the project. In our case, we have not done that, so I am not able to see the graph here. In case you do that, you can see the utilization of the resource here, right? Okay, then you also have this doing the resource leveling. I'll show you the resource leveling also. Under assumption that we have assigned the resource to all the activities, then we have seen how the resources are getting utilized. Then you have a leveler. Click on that, you will be able to see the level resource option. You can select the resource and level for that resource alone, right? Or if you want to do it for all the resources, that is also possible. You can set the options, what do you want to have, and then accordingly you can do the resource leveling, right? Okay, now that we have created the resource, assign the resource, then check whether how the resource is getting utilized, and if there are over allocations, we have done the leveling also, right? Now let's go to the resource tab once again and see the utilization of that resource across, not for just one resource, for all the resources, how it is getting utilized across the projects. Yeah, see here, you have the resource utilization across the projects, right? You can go into each and every resource, activities, how they are utilized, everything you can see here, right? I can also have a tabular view, right? Now going into the analysis part, You can see, you can analyze based on the resources or roles, and also you can group based on any of these parameters, right? Let's take a specific resource. Let me take, let's see whether we have a graph. Yeah, right? If you see here, you have different display options also. Stacked histogram or area chart, histogram, and group based on projects. You can see on the right hand side corner, you have the different projects which are shown here, right? How it is getting utilized, how that specific resource is getting utilized across the project, that also you'll be able to see here, right? So analysis, then going back to the project level, activities. Let's go to an specific activity, assignments. You can update the actual units here. If you see here, this is an editable unit. Let's say I'm saying that 50 units are consumed, right? Save it. Then go to schedule, change the data date. After you have done the updation for all the activities, revise the data date and schedule it. Then you publish that information, project information. Then that will be available for your team usage and the other analysis part, right? Okay. Now, there's one more thing which I wanted to highlight here, which is something which will be useful to you. When you do resource management, you have an option for making the activity type as resource dependent, right? So this will help you in spreading the resource units according to the resource availability. You can also have a calendar which is specific to a resource, and you can use that calendar, and the resource dependent activity will be behaving based on the resource calendars, right? So that is another option which is available here in Primavera P6 EPPM. And you also have this duration type which can be used for doing your crashing, wherein you are going to add more resource into the project activities, and accordingly you want to reduce the duration. For that, you can use this duration type also, right? So you can control your resource utilization in the project and the project in total based on the resource assigned using all these options, right? Okay. From my side, these are the topics which are there, which I wanted to cover, and features. Though it's an exhaustive topic, we have tried to cover as much as possible. And now I'm opening the session for question and answer. So in case you have any questions, you can write it in the questions tab, or you want to ask, raise your hand, then we'll do it. Yeah, Mr. Uma Shankar Vijayan. Hello. You have a question? Okay. Does this can be done in EPPM only? Chetan Prajapati. Yeah. Okay. You can do it in EPPM as well as PPM. The difference between EPPM and PPM is that you have graphical dashboards which are there in EPPM, which will help you in doing your resource management effectively. Right? Okay. Then Uma Shankar Vijayan, any questions? Okay.
Can we use a single resource to the multiple projects?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, then how do we do that resource analysis?
Resource analysis, go to
How
the
do we show
resource
in the
tab.
graph?
Go to the resource tab, analysis. And for the same resource, what I have shown, I'll just take that management. You can see here, this graph is showing the resource utilization for different projects. There is one project, there is another project, there is another project, and there is
Okay.
another project. So for multiple projects, you can use the same resource on how they are getting utilized, that you can analyze it here.
The leveling also can be done. Resource
Yeah,
leveling with.
leveling. Yeah, resource leveling is also possible. That is also on the resource only. It is not at the project level. You can level it at the global level or at the project level. Both options are available.
Hmm. Okay.
I have another question from Asadullah. Dear sir, how often resource leveling used for a particular
Thank you.
resource and whole project resource? Yeah, leveling can be done whenever you have a need for that. Once you know that a resource is getting over allocated, then you can go for a resource leveling. That can be done any point of time, and you can open multiple projects at a time and then do the resource leveling for all the projects. That is also possible. Okay, we have another question. How an event of force majeure can be included for actual events and what's hold for a moment. And analysis from Yar Saraya. Okay, normally what we do is, in case you are having a resource calendar specific for a resource, you can put that force majeure or the events, right, that can be included in the calendar, and from there you can utilize it for the analysis purpose. Right? Okay, we have another question. Is it mandate to publish project after actuals are tracked? Ideally, when you want to have the resource utilization to be seen across the project and at the enterprise level, you need to publish the projects after the actuals are tracked. Yeah, one question from Anish Kumar.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Thank you for the
Yeah, good
nice
morning.
explanation. I have a query regarding the practical, pragmatic way of doing the resources, which we find the issue in Primavera. The projects in India and Middle East, I'm in Middle East, are typically not resource driven. They are driven by the time schedule and the budget. Now, can we do the resource tracking by allocating for each activities the quantity, for example, inch dia, the concrete in metric cube, and cabling in linear meters, and then we put the productivity against each activity the area wise. Like for example, Middle East, maybe it's better than India, and India, some of them are better than Middle East, and then we work out how much resources we need against these activities, and then we calculate that.
Okay. I have an answer, yes and no for that. Yes, you can do it in a different way by using the earned value analysis, right? No, you can't track it based on the quantity, right? That is a challenge with Primavera till now, because you can't track a resource utilization or in a project how the status is getting updated based on a quantity. That part is not there, right? But instead, you can define the scope, resources, cost, and combine it and use your earned value analysis for monitoring the project level, activity level, WBS level informations. Did I answer your question?
I just have a little bit unclear on this because resource leveling, imagine you do that, you are actually stretching the duration, which at times is not allowed. You need to for example, you have a 200-inch total pipe and you need so many man days for the welders. You can't stretch the duration. You would rather the system should tell you how many more welders you should bring in. I mean, that is a practical way, unless you are working in US or Europe where it is driven by resources.
In Primavera P6 EPPM, you don't have an option for including the productivity, right? Or if there is an option, then only you will be able to drive the dates based on the productivity. Currently, that option is not there.
Okay, sir. And when you update the resources, on what basis it will make expected at completion in that case? Because your productivity would be much later than what you anticipated, going by the duration and the resources you are putting. So when you make it,
my duration estimates and resource estimates are done based on the productivity, right? My duration estimate, when I give a duration estimate to my activity, that is based on the productivity factor, right? So after that, if the productivity is getting reduced or increased, I can change the resource utilization. That's all I can do, but I can't change it on the duration directly, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah, thank you. Did I answer your question or not?
I got partly. This is one of the reasons, to be honest, why people are not using Primavera for resources, because in the region we find and we go with other, for example, ABB. When we were with ABB, we had a separate software totally, and I was hoping Oracle, because it was taken over by Oracle after P3, and they came up with something which we could solve it, and we see a lot of issues when we use Primavera for resources, and so everybody is depending on third-party softwares.
We have been raising this with Oracle. It's not just you, but this query is a common query across customers from India and Middle East, where they want to monitor the projects based on productivity or based on the units quantity. But still now they have not changed it. Let's see. Let's hope whether they are coming up with some other thing after some time.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Srinivasan, are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Just to put a point on top of this, there are a few things. Primavera has another model unifier, where we go into that. You can push and have the details, of course. The EVM in Primavera, the EVM in unifier has some additional values difference. So probably, you could push and have additional part in this thing. I guess the reason for the quantity based or other things is most probably because of unifier, I guess. Because there is a one more model of Primavera perform that such thing, so probably they may not push to put it on EPPM.
Probably yes.
Yep. So because there are the purpose of different models, Primavera itself has many other products, like like the risk analysis does the complete work, whereas there is a risk registration available in EPPM. Same thing on this particular EVM also. Again, there are a few things in EPPM. Then the quantity based and other stuffs, I guess it's going to be probably in Unifier.
Okay. Okay. Now we have one more question from Tania Keen. Can different project analysis can we see in different way in one go? I'm not able to get this question properly.
I
Can
guess the
different-
question is multiple projects they want to see on a probably like in a single go, of course, like a one single dashboard. I think with the EPPM is possible, I believe.
Yeah, it is possible. Currently in the same screen where you see I have a resource analysis for multiple projects only.
So this is the main advantage of using the EPPM, because as an enterprise one, we will be having a centralized database deployment where the admin can push to have a full resource of a company, and they can allocate for various projects, of course, so that that how many resources is available, how many resources already in projects, the resource utilization, capacity planning across a enterprise point of view very much is possible by using EPPM. Not specific to a project. Project wise also you can perform as a company wise, division wise, what are the way you want to do it, you can push into do it, of course.
Okay. Now there is one more question from Mukul Gupta. How resource leveling and resource smoothing be managed over here? I think you can go to the project level activities. You have an area for, or you have an option for doing your resource leveling here. You have a leveler. You can see that leveler here. You can level the resource from here. Right? You can select the resource, or you can do it for all the resource, whichever way you want. Okay. Does that answer your question, Mr. Mukul Gupta?
Srinivasan, Mukul Gupta and Tania Keen both are made their hands raised. Probably you can unmute them and you can talk to them directly.
Hello.
One by one. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you, Srinivasan, for all that description. What I wanted to basically understand is because over here on the screen, you are basically leveling the resources.
Correct.
And if you want to smoothen the resource, what change you have to do instead of leveling that way? See, you know that resource leveling and smoothing, they are both different things.
See, basically the resource leveling is system driven, where you set the parameters, and based on that, the
Right.
resource allocation is spread, right? And
Yes.
smoothing will be done by manual intervention,
Okay.
right? So manual intervention, you will have to go to the team usage part. What you see there, let me take you to the team usage.
Zero.
So here you will have the spread shown here. Resource spread, how the resources are getting utilized, that will be shown here. In this, you will have to go into each and every resource and then do the smoothing yourself. It is
Oh,
actually a
so-
manual intervention. You don't
so
have
same,
something as an
same
option for
like
it.
PPM.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now,
Tanya Kim, yeah.
Tanya Keen, you have any
Hello.
other question?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I want to know that if we are going for multiple projects, but if I want to do an analysis of that multiple projects in one particular data, then how I can get it that one? You are showing that we can see in the chart by the multiple project, but I don't want to see the chart. I want to see the resources as well as the analysis in one go, only in one time. So how can I see if like if I'm doing one project in for example in Mumbai and other projects I'm doing in some another city, then I want to compare that. How can I do that one?
You have an option here, group based on resource codes. You can use the resource codes and do whatever thing you want to see there. Analyzing the projects based on or grouping the projects based on different project codes or grouping the resources based on the resource codes, that option is available to you. So you can use that and then you can analyze the resources or the projects. As simple
But
as that.
in that we can see the chart also, or we can only analyze it. Like after grouping all the projects, for example, one project from Maharashtra, one from Middle East, then after that I can analyze and see the difference, what is going on here as well as out of India.
Yeah, you can do that. Hold for a moment. I'll just show you another area now. Yeah. You're able to see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. In this, you have an option, current projects versus other projects.
Okay.
So this is actually most done at the for the portfolio, specific portfolio, right? And you can select the roles. You have different roles, how that roles are allocated or utilized across the projects. Current projects versus other projects are based on any project code.
So we can use portfolio for person and materials, and we can use this for the other projects also.
No, it is
Because
for
in
not for the
your
material. It is
because
not for
in
the
your
materials.
no, because in one of your session you showed that in portfolio we can assign the persons as well as material in that group, and we can assure how in that administration part. So I thought it will be the same as that one.
Now here you can do it for roles can be assigned at the manpower and machinery, not for the material. So you can have it
Okay.
for role or role team. You can do it based on that, not for materials.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Anish, you had a discussion with Anish Kumar.
Yeah, Anish Kumar is done.
Okay,
Do you
all
have
right.
any other questions, Mr. Anish Kumar?
You have to. Okay, in that case, I think.
Okay, I
Yeah,
have one more question from Yash Saraya. Along
yeah,
with productivity actual versus assumed, is
yeah.
there any
Yash,
good
I have
practice?
made his hands raise also. You can open up his mic, Srinivasan.
Yeah. Okay. He's self-muted, so he has to come out of that mute by himself.
Yeah, hello.
Along with productive, yeah.
Hello. Yeah, my question is like, how practical is it to daily monitor track the actual area-wise resources allocated? Because what happens in Primavera, we initially plan and allocate the resources, but actual monitoring it on a daily basis, So that becomes a bit difficult on site, on a running site. So how practical that is, and also how many members are required approximately as per your suggestion?
That depends on how many activities you are going to update for a week or a month. That depends on your time. If it is on a
No,
daily basis,
because initially what happens is initially whenever project just starts, so we have the activities like raft, footings, then the initial like RCC, basic RCC core structures, and then later on we come on to finishes and those activities. So initially also it becomes very difficult because it may happen that the project is not running as per the schedule which was planned. So everyone is behind the schedule, like how we can catch it up, but that daily monitoring or tracking part is always missed. So like how that can be done, if you have any suggestions for this?
okay, basically you can use activity codes for grouping it based on different areas or project sites. Then according to each and every area or a project site, you can have a responsible person assigned and ask him to monitor the resource also. There is one of the suggestion. Right, normally how people do is they have different areas within the site. Each and every area is under one responsible person. He has resource assigned. He has to get the work executed within that area using that resource. So that can be achieved in Primavera using your activity codes, and then you can have responsible people assigned. Then they can monitor it according to that.
Okay, and also after monitoring, we can run it into the program as well, that where we are currently, as per that.
Correct. You can do that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, I think we have spent reasonable time, and thanks all participants for your detailed involvement. I will take one final question, probably from probably Leela. I think that you can open up her, and after that we can wind up the sessions. You already have our informations, contacts. Probably anytime you can be in with us, and you can start interacting. We do have plan to do a virtual live training. So that's a paid, but it's a online training where you can have a full interaction the same way. There is a whiteboard, the class discussion will happen, practical section happen, everything will be in a position happen. And at the current situation, you can sit in your home and you can position to learn it in detail, where we will provide some use cases where you can try it by using the Primavera applications. Most will get these details shortly in a separate email for you on the same. Okay, Leela, please go ahead. Srinivasan, you can answer it.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. I have already put one question here. That is, we are having PC. We are not able to open the project using VPN. You said there is some limitation when I put the question. It is not very specific to resource management. I am asking about opening the project using this P6 in EPPM.
I think we'll have to check it on a case-to-case basis. Probably through a VPN connection, you will be able to do everything. You can open the application. Once you are able to open the application, then the connectivity with the database is there. So once the database connection is there, anything which is there within the application, you should be able to do it.
Okay.
If it happens, then we'll have to check why it is happening and what is the limitation.
Okay, sir. Sir, we will check it up. Thank you. Another question is this Primavera, when we are tracking the actuals, resource actuals, can that be integrated with biometric system, or can I take biometric system data as an input and use that to track against a project?
You can actually do it. That integration is, you can go for a team member app where you have the timesheets. Okay, against that, marking somebody as in or out can be done, and in case you want to link it with Primavera, that is also possible, but that takes some time.
Okay, anyone done in the industry till now?
I have heard about it, but I don't remember the name. I have seen or I have heard about it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, thank you. Okay, Anish Kumar, you have few more questions, I believe.
Just going to the last question, Madam was telling, this timeline, biometric.
Yeah.
It is electronically possible, but how you will know which project, which person is working after coming to office and for how many hours? I think that would be a challenge.
Okay. So we'll have to go through the team members.
Yeah, that's the first thing. But I called for something else, the cost and the budgeting. How it will help us in the cost and budgeting from this, how accurate it would be for the budgeting purpose.
Okay, in Primavera P6, EPPM as well as CPPM, you have a separate area for budgeting wherein you do the top-down budgeting, right? That is done at the WBS level. If you see here, I'm just taking you to a WBS now. Okay, let's take this WBS. You have a budget log. You are able to see that?
Yes.
Okay, currently you can add your budgets here. What is the original budget? What is the current budget? Is proposed budget? Everything can be added here at the WBS level, which is your top-down budgeting, right? So top-down budgeting is done. Then based on the resource and expenses, which is your direct and indirect cost, which you allocate at the activity level, from there you have a roll-up, which is your bottom-up estimation. So these two things can be compared and then you can work on it.
Okay. Thank you.
Anish, EPPM has some information on the budgeting and then cost part, but the main product is Unifier. Unifier, or if you're a cloud ready company, then Oracle Primavera Cloud, which is cost effective solution too, of course, has a much better control on the costing, budgeting, and controlling the project part, of course. Primavera EPPM, it's mainly, as you know, that it's on the time base, but it has other functions too, which you can push and use it, but need a lot of manual inputs, of course. So the automation or the workflows, such things will not be available to take approvals and other stuffs, but it's a manual input data. Based on that, you can push into compare it, of course. But the real product in Primavera is basically the Unifier or Primavera Cloud, of course.
Okay. The other queries, I will take it up with Abu Dhabi office. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks
Any
a lot,
other
team.
questions? Okay, you have left.
Srinivasan, it's time for us to wind up. I believe there is lots of questions. I could see there is a lot of interaction. I'm quite happy that our participants really very interactive on other stuffs, of course. We are planning to do one more webinar same way next week Tuesday. You guys all will get a invitation for the same on a different topic, so we can gather and we can discuss few more information on the same. Apart from this free webinars, which we are planning it next Tuesday, we do have a paid training program that's on the weekend base. That's again online. In that particular things where you can push and have access to the Primavera license and whatever the explained thought, which can be practiced by yourself, of course. Okay, so we will be sending the information about the upcoming future seminars, trainings shortly to you by email, of course. Once again, thanks a lot for all joining with us. We'll see it next time again for you. Thank you. Bye.